This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Good morning. The time right now is 4:27. We want to thank you for starting your day with us here on RTV6. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. We begin with a story we have been following now for months. Tyler Bruce, the Tri-West High School teacher and coach, has been arrested for child seduction charges, attempted child seduction, and obstruction of justice. But now the former principal is also facing charges.
Yeah, that's for failure to report. Parents and community members have been frustrated with the district and the school board for keeping Bruce on staff, being paid on staff after these allegations came forward. And so now some action is being taken. So we're going to break down everything that's happening out there at Northwest Hendricks School District. Right now, we do want to take a turn to a story down in Johnson County. This one's pretty interesting. Kelsey Anderson's been looking into this new technology that the Sheriff's Department is using to make their crime solving and their crime scenes run more efficiently, and so they can always go back and revisit those scenes.
Yeah, this is really unique. They are using 3D technology to capture the scene of a crash or a crime, and they take it back to the department, and they are able to take a closer look through this 3D technology. So she's going to explain a little bit further how this all works and how this is not only going to help them, but also help victims and help maybe solve some of these situations a little bit faster. So we're really looking forward to seeing what this is all about.
Yeah, so right now we want to take a turn, bring in Alyssa Donovan to talk about our forecast for today. Alyssa, we've been making fun of Todd all week. That it's pretty bland, pretty much a lot of the same. But I'm looking forward to what's coming, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. So we should be making fun of Todd because I know that he's had himself on repeat the past few days, and I'm going to just repeat that as well today.
Perfect.
We are going to see another cloudy day. It's still gloomy outside, continuing to see this blanket of clouds across central Indiana. Those temperatures today are starting in the 30s, and we're staying in the 30s. We're only going to climb a few degrees today, right around 36 degrees for our high. Calm winds, just another quiet and gloomy day across central Indiana. We are going to see the potential of maybe a few snow flurries overnight and into our early tomorrow morning hours, but that's about it. And then we are going to see just those temperatures will start climbing. That's really the good news in this forecast. We're going to be back into the mid-50s next week, so we just have to get through a few more cloudy, gloomy, wintry days, and then we have a little bit of a silver lining there in the forecast.
Yeah, we have quite the treat to kick off February.
Exactly.
All right, Alyssa, thank you. And finally, our Rafael Sanchez has a story you will only see here on RTV6. This man talking about the vision loss he has suffered after an eye exam at a very popular eye doctor chain. So we'll have his story coming up here on Good Morning Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 4:30 on Good Morning Indiana, a mother grieving after her son was shot and killed in Franklin. The message she has for her son's killer.
Teachers who want to undergo handgun training could soon get it through grant money provided by the state. Details on the proposed bill and what that means for your students.
I feel great. I don't expect to go out there and get 40. But my mentality is that I'm going to get 40, so that's not going to change.
And he's back. Victor Oladipo suited up for the first time in more than a year, and fans were not disappointed. We'll take a look at the highlights from Vic's big return coming up. But first, we want to welcome you in here at 4:30 on your Thursday morning. I'm Meredith Barrick.
And I'm Lauren Casey. Alyssa Donovan with us this morning to break down what you can expect as you head out the door on this Thursday. Alyssa, good morning.
Good morning. So it's going to be another temperature day where we stay kind of stagnant throughout, similar to what we saw yesterday and the day before, where it's just going to be a bit of a gloomy day, lots of cloud coverage throughout. Temperatures right now in the 30s this morning, 32 degrees in Indianapolis, 31 in Greenfield. So we're starting just a little bit above average with those temperatures. As we head through the day, we have that cloud coverage that is across the area, and we're going to continue to see that throughout our day, and we're going to continue to see that into tomorrow as well. And you can see that on our satellite and radar. We've had a few flurries just to the southeast this morning. A lot of that is going to clear out, though. Not expected expecting any flurries across our area today. We have high pressure in control. That is going to continue to keep us dry throughout our day, and we'll continue to see that cloud coverage. As we head into the next few days, we do have the potential of a few snow showers overnight, and then we are going to see things calm down by the morning. Just the possibility of a few light snow showers, though not expecting accumulation from that, just a few systems that are going to move through. Temperatures starting in the 30s today, climbing into the mid and upper 30s this afternoon with plenty of cloud coverage throughout our Thursday.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. Here is a look right now at your commute through the downtown area. I-65, a view from St. Clair Street. You can see traffic here between the north and south splits is moving along just fine. No delays to slow you down. So let's take you over to the east side. Here's a live picture of I-465 a little north of I-70. Traffic is moving along just fine northbound and southbound. No crashes to report around the metro area at this early hour. Covering the State House this morning, lawmakers are hard at work attempting to pass a few pieces of final legislation.
Today is the deadline for committees to hear bill proposals. One of those proposals could give grant money to teachers who want to have handgun training. Senate Bill 263 passed a Senate committee yesterday. It allows school corporations to use the Indiana Safe Schools Fund to pay for handgun training for staff. The bill does not mandate a teacher to be armed on school property, but it does say teachers must be trained before they're allowed to carry handguns on school grounds.
How could a class focus on learning seeing their teacher carrying a lethal weapon?
A vote against this bill is a vote to continue to allow untrained teachers to carry guns in our schools and in our classrooms.
As it stands now, teachers can legally have guns in schools, but only if a school corporation authorizes it. The bill now heads to the full Senate for a vote.
Also at the State House, a bill that would restrict holding your phone while driving has passed the Indiana House of Representatives. The bill cracks down on distracted driving in the state. Those who voted against it say that the government could play too big a role in everyday life. Those for it say it will save Hoosier lives. The bill now heads to the state Senate, where it's likely to pass. If it makes it to the governor and he signs it into law, it would become illegal to hold your phone while driving.
Today, the Indianapolis Public School Board will take a final vote on a plan to outsource its transportation department. The move potentially impacting hundreds of jobs. Earlier this week, union leaders attended the school board meeting speaking on behalf of the 558 people affected. They expressed concern over the future of their jobs. The district announced plans last week to switch to a new private contractor. District leaders say the move will save them $7 million. Right now, transportation is run by both IPS and Durham School Services.
In other news this morning, a woman is dead after a fire ripped through a Mooresville home. It happened at a house on the 100 block of Fairwood Court. The Mooresville Police Department says that firefighters were able to get a man out of the home, but a woman was later found dead inside. Firefighters are investigating the cause of that fire.
Coming together to offer hope and prayers for a man killed while he was just trying to do his job. That was the purpose of a vigil held last night for 35-year-old Ashok Kumar. This week, 3 people masked and armed entered the Subway store he worked for on the northeast side. Investigators say they were trying to rob the restaurant when they shot Kumar, an employee there. He died at the scene. Local residents, business owners, and community activists stood together last night hoping for justice and an end to the crime.
He was always smiling, in a bad mood also. If I say anything to him, he'll do it.
Community members say they hope the tragedy leads to increased security and lighting in the shopping center where the Subway is located. As always, if you have any information that could help police solve this crime, you can leave an anonymous tip by calling Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS.
To Johnson County now, where the mother of a man killed in a deadly shooting on Saturday in Franklin is demanding justice. 18-year-old Donovan Isaiah Burnine's mother shared these pictures of her son with RTV6. She says Donovan was a son, a father, and a loyal person. She also sent us a statement saying in part, quote, "I hope that everyone involved gets what they deserve, and I won't stop until they do. My son was not perfect, and I know that, but he was loyal and loving. He's missed and loved so, so much," end quote. Police have arrested 2 men in connection to Donovan's death. Millions of dollars are going to agencies in Indianapolis to help find people homes here in central Indiana.
Those organizations work with Hoosiers experiencing homelessness to get them off the streets. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, has awarded nearly $24 million in grants to homeless assistance programs across Indiana. More than $6 million of that will be routed through the city. Community leaders say this will help them get to their lofty goal they've set.
By 2023, any individual or family in our community who becomes homeless will spend no more than 30 days without a permanent, safe, affordable place to live.
Numbers show the amount of people experiencing homelessness in Indiana was up an estimated 4% last year compared to 2018. These federal grants will be divided among 89 agencies that work with those people across the state.
Hutchison, here's a long three by He's back.
Pacers fans waited more than a year for this, and Victor Oladipo made it a night to remember as he suited up against the Chicago Bulls, taking it to the court for the first time since last January. Before the game, Pacers coach Nate McMillan told reporters that Oladipo would be limited to 24 minutes of playing time. When he entered the game with 4:12 left in the first quarter, fans, they were ready, waving gold placards with the words, "Ready for action." Clearly, Oladipo was a little rusty, but late rally, including his own three in the game in the second half, helped tie the score at 100. Oladipo ended the night with 9 points. The Pacers took home the W, 115-106.
Shaquille O'Neal is still reeling from the loss of his friend Kobe Bryant, but he says the show must go on. Coming up, why he's refusing to cancel his annual Super Bowl party and how he plans to honor his fallen friend.
And portions of President Trump's new border wall knocked over. Straight ahead, what contractors are saying about the setback and how long it'll take to fix this. Alyssa.
We have another cloudy and quiet day. Those temperatures right close to average for your Thursday. A little bit of snow in the forecast, and then a big warm up on the way next week. I'll break down everything you need to know coming up.
Only on RTV6 News.
An Amber Alert has been issued for a 1-week-old baby in Florida. Police say Andrew Caballero was taken from a house where his family was found shot to death. Andrew's mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother were found dead inside their home Tuesday. Investigators believe Andrew's father, Ernesto Caballero, took him. Police found his van about 300 miles away from Miami with a pacifier inside. Shortly afterward, they found Ernesto dead from a gunshot wound. Investigators say they have spoken to a witness who says a blonde woman may have been with Ernesto and Andrew, but so far there is no sign of the baby.
This morning, the World Health Organization says the whole world needs to be on alert to fight the coronavirus. The organization is meeting today deciding whether to declare a global health emergency. This as new information shows nearly 8,000 new cases are now confirmed in China. International governments have been working overtime to evacuate their own citizens from China, including the United States. One plane yesterday flying nearly 200 Americans out of Wuhan, China, ground zero of the coronavirus outbreak.
When we first stepped on board, my jaw dropped. I've never seen a plane set up like that before. It was a wide open cargo plane, but had passenger seats in it. And honestly, it felt like something out of a movie.
Well, those who are evacuated will be quarantined for a few days to make sure they're not infected with that disease. Meanwhile, airlines around the world are not taking any chances, suspending or scaling back flights to and from China, including Delta, American, and United. And Tesla is the latest company to close a facility in China because of the outbreak, shutting down its factory in Shanghai until further notice. U.S. Border Patrol agents say that strong winds caused a portion of the new border wall in California to fall over into Mexico. This happened in Calexico, where crews are working to improve existing sections of the wall. CBP agents say the sections that it gave way had recently been set in new concrete foundation, but the concrete had not yet cured. Authorities say no one was hurt and no property was damaged. It's unclear how long it will take to repair the damage to the wall.
An entire class of state troopers in Georgia has been fired in the wake of a massive cheating scandal. The troopers all graduated from the same training academy class. This that they graduated from last August. Leadership launched an internal probe in October after a citizen admitted to taking an online radar test for one of the cadets. And it turns out the whole cadet class cheated in various other ways. A total of 33 troopers graduated from the 106th Trooper School. Since then, one trooper resigned, one was previously dismissed, and another is on military leave. The remaining 30 troopers were fired Wednesday.
Time right now is 4:44. Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa, has broken her silence, sharing her heartbreak publicly for the first time since that tragic helicopter crash. On Instagram, she wrote, quote, "My girls and I want to thank the millions of people who've shown support and love during this horrific time. We are completely devastated by the sudden loss of my adoring husband, Kobe, the amazing father of our children, and my beautiful, sweet Gianna. It's impossible to imagine life without them, but we wake up each day trying to keep pushing because Kobe and our baby girl Gigi are shining on us to light the way," end quote. The NTSB is still investigating that crash.
And Kobe's good friend Shaquille O'Neal has announced he will be donating all the proceeds from his annual Super Bowl Funhouse event to the Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Foundation. Some of the proceeds will also go to the families who lost loved ones in Sunday's helicopter crash. In a tweet, O'Neal explained he had been going back and forth trying to decide if he should still hold the party. He said he wanted to stay with his family and reflect on his friend's life, but he realized Bryant would not have wanted that. StubHub is also donating all of the ticket sale fees for Friday's Lakers game to Kobe's foundation.
And speaking of the Super Bowl, a dog who beat cancer will star in a new Super Bowl ad on Sunday. 7-year-old Golden Retriever Scout was diagnosed with terminal cancer on his heart. His owner, WeatherTech CEO David McNeil, says that initially doctors said that Scout needed to be put down, but that was not an option. So McNeil found treatment at the University of Wisconsin School of Veterinary Medicine. The UW veterinary care team developed a cutting-edge plan that had almost completely eliminated Scout's tumor. To thank the school, Scout's owner fully funded a $6 million Super Bowl ad that follows Scout's journey, highlighting the school and its veterinary team. I feel like that may bring a few waterworks.
Yes, and I used to live in Madison. I cannot say enough wonderful things about that team there at the UW Veterinary School. Fantastic people there. They are wonderful. Gypsy has had to go there before when she had a little adventure. So yes, wonderful,
good for
wonderful.
Them. Good for little Scout.
Yes, they deserve this recognition.
That's
absolutely.
So cool.
All right, and we're going to recognize Alyssa Donovan this morning because you do have some warmer temps in the forecast. We just have to wait a few days to get there.
Yeah, I don't know how to follow that though. That's kind of a tough story to follow. Now,
you're just as cute as that golden.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we are going to see a little bit of a roller coaster with this forecast, but today is going to be a similar setup to what we've seen the past few days, where things are very quiet, calm, and cloudy outside. So it just feels like another January day. Those temperatures are going to stay pretty stagnant throughout as well. Temperatures starting this morning in the upper 20s and low 30s across the area. Cloudy skies to start, cloudy skies to stay. So we're not going to see a huge change in terms of cloud coverage throughout. We do have just a few light snow flurries to the extreme southeast corner of Indiana right now, but most of us are going to continue to see very dry conditions today. High pressure is going to build in this afternoon. Not likely that's going to clear out a lot of our cloud coverage. What it is going to do is keep our temperatures stagnant and keep us dry. So as we head through the day, we're starting in the 30s at many locations. We'll see a little bit of a dip down mid-morning, and then we are just staying in the 30s this afternoon. Highs today creeping up into the mid-30s, upper 30s. That's really right where we should be this time of year. Looking ahead overnight, we have a few disturbances that are going to move through over the next couple days, and we are going to see one that's going to bring us the potential of just some light snow showers. Not expecting accumulation from this, but we are just going to see that potential, and it looks like it could move through right around tomorrow morning. So just be aware we could see some snow during your commute for your Friday morning, but you can see moving through very quickly. Behind that, things are going to be pretty quiet this weekend. Saturday Saturday, just a small chance of a rain or snow, 42 for our high. And then we are going to see those temperatures start their climb on Sunday, 51 degrees for the high. And we are finally going to see some sunshine. I know that a lot of us have been craving that sunshine because we haven't seen it in quite some time. And today, another cloudy one, staying cloudy tomorrow and most of Saturday. That sun is back in the forecast with that warming trend starting on Sunday, and then we are into the mid-50s by Monday.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. We are keeping a close eye on traffic as you're heading out there on this Thursday morning. Here's I-65 and Keystone Avenue, a view on the near south side of town. You can see traffic here is moving along up to speed, both northbound and southbound. No major issues to slow you down. Of course, we'll continue to keep a close eye on those roads, and we'll keep you updated. American Airlines pilots are turning up the heat on the company over their contract negotiations. Hundreds of pilots rallied outside Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport Wednesday. Their union says contract negotiations have been underway for more than a year and are moving too slowly. Union reps say the rally was not only about the pilots, but also passengers. A survey by the Wall Street Journal and American Airlines pilots shows the company ranks 9th out of 9 airlines, and the union says they can do better. Representatives for American say they're optimistic about getting a deal with the pilots soon. Fans of Old Bay seasoning now can get the same flavor in a sauce. The company that makes Old Bay, McCormick, is selling a limited edition of Old Bay Spice Blend hot sauce. A 10-ounce bottle will sell for around $3.50. The Old Bay hot sauce will hit store shelves in about a month. But if you can't wait that long, it is available now on McCormick's website. And if you're a Old Bay super fan, you can buy yourself an Old Bay scented candle while you're at it. There you go.
An Indiana graduate will make history on the field during this year's Super Bowl. Coming up, how she is using her story to inspire the next generation off the field as well as on it. And coming up, all new at 5 o'clock, the Johnson County Sheriff's Department is using a brand new piece of technology that they hope will help them to clear crash scenes and crime scenes a lot faster. Our Kelsey Anderson is working for you this morning with a look at how these systems work. But first,
I'm Vinny Politan. Coming up today on Court TV, day 7 of the Harvey Weinstein rape trial. We are live from our New York City studios as Harvey Weinstein once again sitting at the defendant's table. This is a man who once ran Hollywood, now facing the potential of life in prison. So far, 4 accusers have taken the stand. 2 more scheduled to testify against him during the course of this case. The question is, will the jury believe them beyond a reasonable doubt? We're live in New York today on Court TV.
Vinny, thanks. Don't forget you can watch the all-new Court TV live on your mobile device by visiting CourtTV.com. We'll be right back.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
Welcome back. Another famous face in a Super Bowl ad this year is Katie Sowers. The ad is, in the ad, the San Francisco 49ers assistant coach talks about her path to success. The Goshen College graduate's coaching career was almost derailed when she was denied the opportunity to coach at her alma mater due to her sexual orientation. But as she says in the ad, she didn't let that stop her.
People tell me that people aren't ready to have a woman lead, but these guys have been learning from women their whole lives. Moms, grandmas, teachers.
Then the shovel comes as a first read.
We have all these assumptions about what women do in life and what men do.
I'm glad my daughter's old enough to see this and understand how significant it is.
I'm not trying to be the best female coach. I'm trying to be the best coach.
There we go. Exactly.
All it takes is one. All it takes is one, and then it opens the door for so many.
Sowers is the first female and first openly gay person to coach in the Super Bowl. Right now it is 4:56. We want to bring in Alyssa Donovan and talk about our forecast for today. We're getting closer to the weekend and all the Super Bowl festivities. What can we expect today?
Well, the good news is Super Bowl day. I know everyone's going to be inside watching, but actually that's the day that things are really going to start improving in our forecast.
So you could maybe go for a walk earlier in the day before you eat all that good Super Bowl.
Grill some food.
That's a good idea because that's the day we are going to hit 50s. We're going to be 51 degrees on Sunday, but before that, today and tomorrow, we are going to stay a little bit cooler with that cloud coverage. Could see some light snow overnight and into early tomorrow, and then we do have a small chance of a rain or snow on Saturday, and then we are going to finally see some more sunshine on Sunday. Temperatures into the 50s, 55 by Monday.